Go to the pit area and find out what happened to Benny Parsons.
Well, it's true. Our colleague is out of it here at Bristol. And Benny, what happened? What put you out?
I don't know, Jerry. Something happened to the engine. Last week in Michigan, we had a very similar problem. That time it was a valve.
Can anybody handle Earnhardt? He looks awfully stout out there.
It don't look like it. I tell you what, he is going, isn't he?
He's going to be awfully tough. Benny Parsons out of it here at Bristol.
Kyle Petty.
Well, Kyle, first there was a lot of smoke, and then there was more smoke, and now here you are. Did you lose the motor?
I guess the motor went. First, the water temperature went real high. We came in, took the screen out, went back out and run a while, and it worked pretty good. And then the oil temperature, it pegged the oil temperature, and it just melted everything in the motor.
It's really hot here in pit road. What's it like inside the car? Is it physical?
It's not really that bad. The temperature inside the car is not bad. There's a lot of beating and banging going on because you got 30 cars out here that basically run the same speed. And if your car's really not driving good, sometimes you got to lean on somebody to get around them.
Well, Bob, a good third of the cars are beat up so far. It is a physical race for sure.
Ken Schrader waits on pit road with helmet on, waiting to do a relief driving effort for Neil Bonnet race. We go to the pit area.
Well, Neil Bonnet has climbed out of the Valvoline Pontiac, and after a little bit of washing and a little medical work, we can talk to Neil. Neil, what happened to you out there?
Well, evidently it was carbon monoxide. I had a vent coming in the car. I got to where I couldn't even see, and as you were telling me my eyes, I couldn't even see where I was going. And one that I got tired, I just physically couldn't see where I was at.
Well, we had to take our gear off here and do a little bit of irrigation for Neil Bonnet's eyes, but another driver having problems. Dick Bergen's up in the Darrell Waltrip pit area.
And Darrell Waltrip is in here wiping his face. He's just taking oxygen. He took a tough lick when he came into the pit area. He couldn't steer the car at all. We'll see if we can talk to him. Darrell, what happened?
I blew a right front tire.
Blew a right front tire, hit the wall. They're going to try to straighten it out here and get him back in if they can. Waltrip very unhappy behind pit wall.
It is, and he widens the gap even further in the battle for the Winston Cup. Well, Dale Earnhardt has climbed out of the car, but he sits down. He wasn't feeling well last night in the Busch Grand National race, but boy, he withstood a lot of physical punishment out there tonight. Let's go to Dr. Jerry Punch.
Well, Dale trying to get out of the car and get his breath. Dale, first of all, congratulations on a tremendous, not only tremendous drive, but a tremendous endurance run tonight here at Bristol.
Well, you know, this old race team is awful tough. They get tougher every time we go to the racetrack. Kirk Richard and the guys that did a super job all week. The Wrangler Goodwrench Chevrolet didn't run bad neither. But, you know, Rusty was awful tough, and he got his lap back. We had a set of tires on that really didn't suit me, but, you know, after a while, he'd run me back down, and he had run me back down that last time there, and I said, well, I got to change my groove. So I changed my damn groove and took off. That thing really hooked up there where we was running, and I pulled back away from him, and then last 10 laps, I just breezed because my head was falling off. I don't know why, but ever since that wreck up in Michigan when Michael Andretti put me in the wall in that IROC race, my neck's been bothering me, and it bothered me tonight, and it usually don't bother me here in Bristol, so that's a bad sign.
Well, when Dale pulled in here, he couldn't even reach up to cut the switch off. That's what he was doing, was trying to ask me to cut the switches off in the car, and we wiped his face off, let him get some breath. Now, you've been ill for the last couple of days, and you were laying down most of the day. There was a question mark whether you'd be able to run at least half of the race tonight, and you made it for 500 laps. You got to be one tough customer.
Well, you know, it's, like I said, his race team gets tougher every time I go, and it's hard for me to keep up pace with them. Ain't no lie, but you know, the guys do awful good. I can't thank them enough, and everybody back home is pulling for us. All my family and Kelly, all my family couldn't come up tonight. My daughter Kelly and everybody, but you know, they all pulling for us, and we're working hard, and you know, we'll be back out there farming next week, try to build them chicken houses and do something out there.